the first one, you guys gonna start in open guard. You guys gonna push the knees against your partner's chest. Make sure you have some weight in your partner's knee, and you start to split the legs apart. Okay? What I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna start to go to my knee cut position, and I'm gonna try to apply a lot of pressure on his knee, pushing down. And with my knee, I'm gonna reinforce that to make sure he doesn't have the reverse Dela Riva control. Okay? So if you guys notice, my heel is connecting my butt. Okay? That means the hook is not gonna be there. In that position, when you're on top, you have the advantage because the person doesn't have any control on you. Okay? The only thing the person is gonna try to use is the knee shield, and his frame is gonna be strong on the chest. Okay? A super common mistake people do here is try to smash everything to try to put the chest on the chest. The knees on the way. I need to get out of this control. Okay? If I try to just overpower and smash him, if the person has a very good gravitation, I'm not gonna get there. Okay? That's the first thing you need to understand. My grip will be on the pants. Okay? I can make it kind of like a pistol grip in the edge of the pants. It's not this, okay, guys? So you will use your hands in the end of the pants, and your palm is going to be inside with your elbow nice and close. The grip will be in the collar. Because his bottom leg is down, he's dead, and he doesn't have any hook on me, I can lean on him. My knees start to apply pressure on him, and I start to lean over his frame. Okay? The reason why I can do that is because there is no hook in my leg. Okay? I have the advantage in this position. What I'm going to do next, I'm going to start to slide my knee over his shin. Okay, to start to triangle to escape from his knee shield. Okay? I bring my leg a little bit up, and I might keep my weight on him. Look, I release the pressure off my legs to be able to put myself a little bit up, and I'm going to start to slide my knee over his shin. When I escape with the control, I'm going to switch my legs. I'm going to place my left knee down and my right knee going up to start to switch sides to the other side. I'm going to windshield wiper, okay? Do not step. And do not hop over today. I want you guys to do the windshield wiper to do the leg work. So the grip and the collar are going to be pushing him down. And in the moment I start to get the corner, I start to pulling him towards me. First is a frame. In the moment I start to go around, I start to pulling him. And my head's going to go inside. I go 1 and 2. Get in the leg drag position. Okay? So that's the exercise. It's a leg work drills to defeat any shield when you have the bottom leg dead. Okay, that's the exercise. So I go to my knee cut, and I apply a lot of pressure down with my hands on his knee, and I try to apply a lot of pressure with my knee as well. Okay? I make my grips, I lean on him. I need to make sure I keep some weight on him. In the moment I put my hips up, I slide my knee over his shin to start to triangle and escape from the knee, from his knee shield. In the moment I switch my knees, right away I need to bring this leg down, and I need to switch sideways. If I don't bring this leg down, he will bring this leg inside, and he's going to square with me. I'm going to get stuck in the guard. I need to make sure I push this leg down to don't let his bottom leg come in. In the moment he tries to go, bye. I'm already on the other side. Okay? So it's going to look like this. Okay, so try to do the drills with a good quality. Okay, don't need to do very slow, but I don't need to do too fast. Try to manage like the intensity of the drills. Guys, have any questions? Is all good? Let's do it. The position looks very similar, right? So what I feel is this, guys. Sometimes during sparring, you guys get this position. The most important is recognize what kind of control the person has. When you get here and you cannot keep going towards this way, when you cannot touch your knee on the floor, most of the time the person is going to have this hook. If I continue, what I want you guys to understand, I want to be clear today, because last week I think you escaped from a lot of hooks last week, and this position, in my opinion, is the one you guys have struggled the most. Okay? If I lean on him, I help him use the hook. I cannot lean on him. My weight has to be back on my hips. In the moment I lean on him, I help him push me away, and when I see he's already inverted. Okay? So usually the approach of the person on bottom when he has this control is getting inverted. Or some people who doesn't have too much flexibility, let's say if I lean on him, he's going to use the hook to push me away, and he's going to come up in single leg. Okay, either way, you might end up in a bad position. Okay, so this is the most important, you guys understand. So when you get here, you need to recognize what kind of control the person has, and you need to see ways to get out of the control the person has. Last week I showed some. Today I'm going to show my favorite way. I showed last week again. It's going to work again. Okay, so I'm going to have the same grips, and I'm going to start to use my outside knee. My legs are free. I'm going to use my knee on top of his leg. In order to do that, I need to change my angle a little bit. I'm going to do this, look. This grip here, I'm going to push his shoulder to don't let him go under my leg while I do that. So I'm going to maintain his shoulder on the floor. I'm going to pin his shoulder on the floor. Now look, my left knee go on top of his leg, and I start to smash. Okay, I use my knee on top of his hand to smash. Look how his hands is strapped now. Usually the person has this ankle grip in you. If the person maintain that control, you just kick her like over first, look, and then you bring her like back. And you'll be out. Okay? When you escape, have a many different ways you guys can connect the pass. You're gonna do exactly the same thing you did before, just to be simple. Okay? So I go on top of his knee, I smash, I clear my leg. Now I'm gonna move a little bit back to create space to push this leg down. In the moment I push down, I switch. It's exactly the same position. Okay? The difference is the hook. That's what I want you guys recognize. Okay? So you get a knee cut pass. The person has a good grip and ankle, you do not lean forward. You need to stay still. And if the person try to get under. I move back, look. That's the approach. Okay? When I feel stable in my base, then I work my escape. I place my knee on top of his leg, I switch my angle, look. Look how my knee is mashed out. And if you guys notice, I have my toes on the floor the entire time. Okay, you guys cannot be floating. Your toes has to be on the floor. My grip is a frame, look. Look how this grip is a frame. In the moment I move a little bit back, I start to pull in him because I want him close. I don't want him away. I don't want him loose. I start to pull in the collar in order to stabilize my leg direct. Okay? I'm gonna do a few times, you guys see. That's my favorite escape because I feel most of the escapes from Reverse Dela Riva, you need to go in this stance. You know, like the way how I have been doing here today, I stay super low. I give him less space, less chance to do anything. Okay, that's my favorite one. Okay. Okay. From the higher ranks, if you guys want to connect any pass after, feel free. Okay. If you don't know how to do, figure it out first and keep working the same pass because your bodies already understand what it should do. That makes sense? You guys understand? When I say again, you get it. One more time. Let me do different angles first. So here, keep my weight in my hips, and I use my knee. My knees match the leg. The hand's gonna be trapped. When I move my leg out, I move a little bit back. Look how I trap his leg. Then I go over the top. Okay? Right? You go minute and a half now. Keep the same person bottom. I tell you guys to switch bottom top. Let's go. A lot about. So the first thing today, guys, the position is very similar, looks similar, but I don't know if you guys notice, like on top, it felt totally different, right? Like it feels totally different than how it looks like. And during sparring, what happened, if you don't recognize what kind of control the person has, you end up making a mistake. I think this is the most important for you guys today. The position looks similar, but it's not. The approach of the way how you're gonna pass is different because you cannot moving forward your knee. In the first option, because the bottom leg is pretty much dead, I can lean forward on him. Doesn't matter. I can smash his frames as much as I could because there's no hooks on my legs. That's the difference. Okay? So the most important today is you guys understand when the hook is there, you do not lean. The moment you lean, you give the guy what they want. That's clear. Yes? Okay. About your head position. Every time you pass in your partner guard, doesn't matter how. I'm gonna explain from here, just should be easy for you guys. The person has the frame. If your head position is off, anytime the person can scissor their legs and go back down. Catch my leg. Anytime the person can scramble your legs, because you don't have your frame with your head. Your head position is so important. Let's say a really simple pass. Let's say I'm here. My head position needs to be always on him. If you guys try to turn it now, I can have my head to push against him. If my head is off, he's always catching my leg. And that is a very simple thing to fix. And if you fix that, you have one more frame, okay, in the position. So same thing here in the position today. Let's say the first one. When I escape the control, I know my head's not going to be touching him, but I need to be somewhere here. I cannot be vertical and I cannot be off. My head needs to be somewhere here. Because if the guy tries to turn, I have my head to fight. My head needs to be ready to hit. If he's getting close to me, he's going to hit like a wall. He's going to hit my head like a wall. And my head's going to stop his move. I'm going to have one more thing to apply pressure on him. Okay, that's why I always tell you guys to be in tripod. Because in the tripod, it's way easier to do that. If you have your knees on the floor, how are you going to do that? There's no way. But when your knees is off the floor, you can apply pressure with your shoulders and head, right? Same principle you have been doing the past weeks. Okay? So in the moment I escape and I go to the other side, my head has to go inside. So a lot of you guys are doing this, look, out and then in. Okay? I'm not going to say you cannot stabilize, but it's a change to the person catching the weight. Okay? So my head position needs to be always inside. Make sense? You guys understand? Any another question? So please stop doing this, guys. You guys face the knees, you have your knee cut position and you face the knee shut. You stop doing this, look. You're not gonna pass. The person will recompose the guard. The only option you can pass using the knee cut in this position if you bring your elbow inside. So he has inside control with his knee. If I use my knee against his leg and I have my knee inside, then I can pass because I'm gonna be able to put chest in the chest. If I force the pass with his knee shield, doesn't matter what grip. I have been seeing you guys a lot with this grip. You guys grab it here and you think you're gonna pass. You maybe can pass, like if the person is not very good on bottom or they so super tired, you might pass. But look, in the moment I go here, boom, guard's back. And then you get stuck in close guard. What is worse? Because your knees are on the floor. And then you need to think about how you're going to escape. You had the advantage, second before you're in your terrible position to be on top. That makes sense? Okay? So if you guys face this, you have a many different ways. I can long step, and the same thing you guys did before. I create an angle to escape from this knee. Look, long step is a great option. You guys can slide your knee over the shin and start to hop over with your head inside still. You have so many things you can do. But this is way important to know what you cannot do it. Don't do this. You're not going to pass. Only if you have your elbow inside. If you get inside control, yes. Because you're going to be able to put chest in the chest. But if you don't have the knees too sharp, you need to slide your knee over the shin. It's the better grip to have is here. If you have this grip, it's so hard to do anything. Because in the moment you do, he circles his leg, and now you're stuck in lasso. Then you don't know why. You get stuck in lasso all the time. So the inside grip is on the pants. The outside grip is on the collar. Okay? In this position. That makes sense? Okay? In the second option, I explained you guys, like a lot of people ask, what kind of option you have? You have a bunch of options here. My favorite one is this one. Look, I escape, and I start to push his knee down, his leg down, in between my legs. And then I go side smash. Okay? I use my knee against the leg, look. I use my knee against the leg. In the moment I get here, even like holding my legs too. Let's say maybe the person has a pants grip in here, and you cannot break the leg. I open my knee a little bit, just enough to push his leg between my legs. And I have side smash, look. A really tight position to pass the guard. One of the best of our system, okay? So the active drills is this, guys, look. One person is going to start standing, one person is going to pull guard, and the person on top, you need to try to find your knee cut, okay? The person on bottom, you're defending 50% of your guard to create some action-reaction. And the moment you get your knee cut position, the person on bottom is going to give the reaction. Or the bottom leg is going to be dead, and you guys are going to have a strong knee shield and strong frame, or you guys are going to play with the Reverse Dela Riva. The bottom person needs to give the reaction. The reason why you're doing that, you guys recognize what type of control the person has and deal with the control. That makes sense? Okay? But guy, I pull you and it will work. So I'm going to pull guard, okay? Now it's my turn. You see, he used a different way to escape. It was a great, very technical. So you guys can use it whatever you have in your, whatever tools you have. Okay, so give 50% of reaction. Those are frames. You need to walk much. Make your partner work. Okay? It's 3 minutes with the same partner. Every time you pass, you start over. Then our partner is going to do it. Okay? When I say switch partners, switch partners. 1, 2. Let's go. The bottom need to